Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am doing a collab with a bunch of other girls, and the collab that we are doing today is called Makeup Through the Decades. So basically what it is that I'm going to be doing like 90s, 60s, 20s, that kind of makeup. Today I did a 90s inspired soft grunge look. So if you guys want to see how I got my 90s inspired look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so to get started, as you guys can see, I did already do one eye and I did put my face makeup and all of that. My face makeup and my eyebrows aren't really 90s inspired because back then they had really thin eyebrows and girl, they didn't even know what highlight was back then. So, you know, I just added kind of like my own thing to it. I mean, I hope that's not like breaking the rules or whatever, but I did put my twist on it just a little bit. But I started out doing this eye first because I wasn't really sure how I wanted it to go, and I was looking for inspiration online for 90s makeup, and there's just so many different looks that I could have done. So I just went with this soft grunge type look. I really did want to do like a full-on grunge look because I feel like back in the 90s it was very, very popular. I already have a video like that on my channel. It was my brown smoky eye, so I wanted to do something a little different, so I came up with this. Start out, as always, I'm going to prime my lid. I always use MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. If you guys do not own this, please go pick it up because it is so, so good. I promise you guys will love it. So we're just going to go ahead and put this all over the lid, and this is just going to make sure that all of our eyeshadow stays on all day long. So after that, we're going to go ahead and put some tape to just kind of map out where we're going to stop. I always like to, sorry, excuse all these swatches, but I always like to like do this on the back of my hand and get off all the sticky so that it doesn't pull the skin. And I'm just going to line that up from my eyebrow to my corner of my eye here. Okay. So we are going to be using the Anastasia New Modern Renaissance palette. I love this palette. It is so beautiful. Let me go ahead and show you guys. These are all the shades. They are so, oh, the brush fell out. These are all the shades in this palette. If you guys have not picked up this palette, please do. It is so beautiful, and I love the packaging because it's like velvet, and I don't have any like shadow palettes like this. First shade we are going to be using is going to be Warm Taupe, which is right here. I'm taking this large fluffy brush. This is the eBay 224 brush. You guys know how I'm so crazy about my eBay brushes. I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to apply this a little bit above my crease and also in the crease, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that in the windshield wiping motion and just really, really blend that in. I really want to see the transitions of color in this tutorial, so I'm going to make sure that I extra blend these shadows out, if that makes any sense. These shadows are just so creamy and pigmented. I don't even need to like put down like a base shadow like I normally do. Just gonna go in one more time with a little bit more color just to darken it up. Okay. So that is what you're going to be left with. Now with this same exact brush, I'm going to go into Burnt Orange, which is this color right here. And I'm going to put that into the crease portion of the eye. So right into the crease. And if you guys get it on your lid, that's perfectly fine because we're going to go in with another shadow on top of it. So that's okay. So I'm just going to put this directly into the crease and buff it out. That color I do want to work in a few times, so just to get it to the right shade. Okay, and then with the Morphe M505 brush, it's just a fluffy almost kind of tapered brush. I'm not really sure the exact definition, but it looks like a fluffy tapered brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Raw Sienna, which is this one at the end. And I'm just going to take just a tiny, tiny bit and then tap the excess off. And I'm just going to kind of like just apply it into this area. So in between the crease, the top of the crease, and also onto the lid. I know, I'm sorry, this is like a lot of blending and you know, all that. So we're just gonna put a little bit in there. And I'm only gonna go in once to that color. I'm not gonna go back in. So just gonna go in one time and blend. And then with that same brush, I'm gonna go in with the shade Real Gar. I think I'm saying that ready. It's this really pretty orange color. And very lightly, I'm going to just dab, literally like that. I'm not gonna hit my brush on anything. I'm just gonna shake it like this, and I'm gonna apply this into the crease as well. And I really, really, really wanna get in there and blend that. This just gives a little bit more warmth to the eye, and by only literally getting just a little bit and shaking it off, you're getting the perfect amount of color. Because you don't want this look to look like too orange. Okay, then I'm gonna go in back with that 224 brush, and I'm just gonna, whatever it's on my blush, I'm just gonna blend all of that together. Then for the lid color, I'm gonna take this Princessa eyeshadow brush. It's just a flat shader brush. I'm gonna go in with the shade Golden Ochre, which is this shade right here. And we're going to apply that all over the lid. And I actually love this color, or not this color, I do love the color, but I love this brush. I got this from Shop Miss A on those like really cheapy brushes. These are the type of brushes you would find at like the dollar store, but I like love it. It's just so soft on the lid, and it really does pack a good amount of color on your eye. So I'm just gonna go in one more time with a little bit more, bring that into the crease and all over the lid. I feel like it's just a really pretty color. And then going in with that 224 brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and just blend that out. Okay. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit more darkness because that one looks a little bit darker. So I'm gonna go back to that Morphe brush and go back to that shade Raw Sienna. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit more of this in the crease. If you guys wanna know something super funny, when I do like half looks like this, like I already have this eye done, sometimes I forget how I do this eye. And that's what just happened to me right now, so. I'm like, wait a second. Okay, but in the end, it all comes together. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. So the reason why I call this look a soft grunge look is because I'm not going to be doing the harsh black liquid liner. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pencil in my liner. So I'm going to take my Lorac Pro palette, and I'm going to take the shade Black in this palette because this is the blackest black I own. And this is where our tape is going to come in handy. I'm going to take my Morphe M508 brush. This is just a flat shader brush. And it's a really tiny, so it's, you get right precise. I'm gonna take a little bit of that black shadow, and I'm going to basically rub it along my lash line. And I'm gonna create a wing just like I normally would, but I'm gonna do it with the shadow. And I wanna get it as close to the lash line as possible. I don't want like it really to be thick and stuff like that. I really want it just really soft. And I'm also not going to bring it into my inner tear duct. I'm just going to stop where my lashes stop. And then at that point, I'm going to carefully take off the tape. And as you can see, gave us a perfect little wing there, and it looks very, very sharp. So just one more time to kind of like blend this outer edge, I'm gonna go in with my 224 brush and just blend the top out a little bit. Blend some out on this side too. And for highlight, I'm gonna go in with the, actually I'll just go in with the brush that comes with the palette and use the edge. And I'm going to use the shade Tempura. I'm Korean, so I should totally know how to say that, and I don't. Okay, so we're just gonna apply some of this on the brow bone to highlight that brow. I honestly don't even think they highlighted their brow back then in the 90s, but this is Chelsea's channel, so we're gonna highlight that brow. For mascara, I'm going to be using the Smashbox X-Rated mascara. Also, back then in the 90s, I'm not really sure if they wore lashes or not, so I can't not do a look without lashes. It just looks funny to me because my lashes are just so damaged because I pull my lashes off, which you shouldn't do. So I'm just going to go in with these Ardell 110 Black Natural Lashes because they look natural and they make me look like I have, you know, some sort of lash going on. So we're just going to let the lash glue dry on that. So we're just going to finish up the eyes. I'm going to take the Starlooks eyeliner. I absolutely love this liner. It does not crease on me or anything. I'm just going to apply that on my bottom lash line. And I'm not going to go all the way in. I'm going to stop like right before the tear duct area. I'm going to take my Voluminous Original and I'm going to do my bottom lashes. I really try not to make that like that face like when I'm doing my mascara, but it's so hard not to. So moving on to lips, I'm going to be using MAC's Whirl and I'm going to be using MAC Soar Lip Liner. No, they're expensive. I love MAC lip liners. They just go on so smooth and they literally last all day. So now I'm going to go in with my lipstick. And I love this lipstick. Okay, so our lash glue dried. I'm really quickly just going to go in with my Loreal Voluminous and just put a little bit of mascara just to blend my fake and real lashes together. I did do the choker. They wore a lot of chokers back in the 90s. And this is my completed look. So yeah guys, that is my completed look for today's video. So like I said in the beginning of the video, this was a collab video. So all the girls who participated in this collab, I will list their channels linked down below with their videos, and I hope you guys would go ahead and check them out. Let them know that you guys came from my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. But for now, I think that's everything I have to share for you guys for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!